Hello friends, in last lecture we saw the questions based on the identity of a plus b whole square. Now in this lecture we'll see questions based on the identity a plus b plus c whole square. So before we move to the questions, let us revise that identity first. However, that identity we discussed in our very first lecture of this chapter. So identity is a plus b plus c whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. We also discussed some variation of this identity based on these signs. Okay, so let us discuss that as well, some of them. Suppose we have this, okay, then suppose we have, actually there are 8 variations, or we can say there are 8 different identities with the help of interchanging the sign we can obtain, but all we can obtain using this very first identity. No need to mug up all the identities separately. Okay, now suppose here I take a minus b, sorry, plus b minus c whole square, and suppose I take minus a plus b minus c whole square, then minus a minus b plus c whole square, then minus a minus b minus c whole square. Okay, there is one more left, that is minus a plus b plus c whole square. So these are the 8 different variations, including the first one, based on this identity. So first one you have to remember, in the remaining 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you have to obtain with the help of the very first identity. So let us see once again how we have to obtain. Just you have to remember this identity, and when you write a square, okay, b square plus c square, include the sign over here. Whatever is the sign of ABC, that you have to include while writing this. So by default you will get the identity. Now for example here a square, so plus a square, plus, here I will put plus sign only, then minus b whole square, that is again b square, square of negative is positive, so minus b square, then plus c square. Now if you remember, I also told you that first 3 terms, that is a square, b square and c square, will be always positive in all the cases, whatever their sign are, because negative, square of negative is also positive. For example, if I take this one, this minus a minus b minus c, so this actually, this like this, a square, then minus b square, then minus c square. So ultimately this will become a square, this will become b square, this will become c square. So even the sign of particular term is negative, its square is going to be positive. So we can take this as rule that definitely first 3 terms will be positive. So we won't waste time on that. We always do write a square plus b square plus c square, whatever are the sign of ABC are. Now definitely remaining terms get affected with the because of this sign. So now next I have to write plus 2ab. So if I write in this plus 2 into a into minus b, isn't it? B I will take with sign, so ultimately it will become minus 2ab. So minus 2ab. Then next again plus 2 minus b plus multiplied by c, isn't it? Minus b multiplied by c, so minus 2bc, and then here you will get 2c, because both a and c are positive. So we can say, when we write these terms, that is 2ab, 2bc, 2ca, then if any of this is negative, sign will be negative. If any one is negative, if both are negative, again it will be positive. Okay. Now here definitely I do write a square plus b square plus c square. Now when I write these two, so here one is negative, one is positive, so I do write minus 2ab. Again, now 2bc's, both are negative, so I will write positive only, plus 2bc. Then a into c, again one is negative, so minus 2ca. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Now again here a square plus b square plus c square. Now 2ab, both are positive, so I do write plus 2ab. Now when I multiply these two, one is negative, so minus 2bc. And then when I multiply first and last, again one is negative, so minus 2ca. Okay, here again a square plus b square plus c square. Now among these two, one is negative, so minus 2ab. Among these two, again one is negative, so minus 2bc. Among these two, both are negative, so it will remain plus 2ca only. Okay, one term is negative, then make the sign minus. If both have the same sign, in short we can say if both have the different sign, then it will be negative. If both have the same sign, it will be positive. So now next, again here I do write a square plus c square. Now both have the same sign, so plus 2ab. Here one has negative, one is positive, different sign, so minus 2bc. One is positive, one is negative, so minus 2ca. Okay, now over here a square plus b square plus c square. Now both have same sign, so plus 2ab. Again both have same sign, so plus 2bc. Again both have same sign, so plus 2ca. Now this one. So again I do write a square plus b square plus c square. Now one is negative, one is positive, that means minus 2ab. Both are positive, so plus 2bc. One is negative, one is positive, so minus 2c. So in this way you have 8 different identities, but again I am repeating, no need to mug up all identities, just concentrate on this first one. If you remember this and the concept that I gave you, then no need to mug up these identities. Now one thing more that you should observe, see this first one, okay, and this sixth one have the same expression. See, a square plus b square plus c square, and all remaining are positive. Here again you got the same, a square plus b square plus c square, sorry, not this one, seventh one actually, a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. Even though here all three are positive and over here all three are negative, still they have the same. Why? See, if I have this minus a minus b minus c whole square, so this can be written as, if I take minus sign common, a plus b plus c whole square, isn't it? If I take minus sign common, I will get this, and square of negative is positive, so ultimately I will get the same thing. That's why these two are the same expression. Similarly, if you observe this second one, a square plus b square plus c square minus 2ab minus 2bc minus 2ca is similar to minus a plus b minus c, minus a plus b minus c, this one, 3, 4, 5th one. Okay, see, a square, b square, c square, minus 2ab, minus 2bc, minus 2bc, plus 2ca, plus 2c. I am talking about this second one and fifth one. They are again same. Why? See, if I start with second one, a minus b plus c whole square. If again over here I take minus sign common, so what I will get? Minus a plus b minus c. Okay, I will get this, and square of this is minus sign will cancel out, square of negative is positive, so ultimately I will get this expression. Okay, so these two are same. Similarly, if you observe this third one, a minus b minus c is same as this last one. Third one and last one are same. See, first three term no need to compare, minus 2ab, plus 2bc, minus 2ca, minus 2ca. Again the same thing, if I take minus sign common from these three, so this will be negative, this will be positive, this will be positive, and we have the same. So actually there are 4 formulas only, not 8. Okay, and among them we have to remember just one, that is first one. Okay, so after this, if you want to note it down, these 8 different variations, so you can note it down, and then we'll come to the questions based on this. Okay, now we will see questions based on these identities. Okay, so very first question that I am taking from example, page number 115, example 1. Page number 115, example 1, its first part. Okay, it is given if a square plus b square plus c square is equal to 20, if a square plus b square plus c square is equal to 20, a plus b plus c equal to 0, a plus b plus c is equal to 0. Now there in this question they are asking show that. So generally you won't get this type of question in show that. This type of question you will get to find. So here I am going to find. So find the value of AB plus BC plus C, that you have to find. You will get this type of question in MCQs as well as in subjective. So we have a square plus b square plus c square as well as a plus b plus c. So we have to find ab plus bc plus c. So let us see how to solve this. See, first of all, by seeing this, that is a square plus b square plus c square and a plus b plus c and ab plus bc plus c, the very first thing that should come in your mind that these are the parts of the expansion of the identity a plus b plus c whole square. So we will start with this only. Okay, or we can say we will start with a plus b plus c equal to 0, whatever is given. Now if you square it on both sides, then in expansion you will get a square plus b square plus c square, as well as you will get a plus b plus c, as well as you will get ab plus bc plus ca. These three different expression you will get in the expansion of a plus b plus c whole square. So we have to make it square. Okay, whenever you find this sum of three quantities with a square, okay, then product of two taken one at a time, that is AB, BC, CA, the very first identity that should come in your mind, that is square of a trinomial. Okay, 0 square. Now when I expand this, what I will get? A square plus B square plus C square plus 2AB plus 2BC plus 2CA is equal to 0, isn't it? Now this expression, that is a square plus b square plus c square, its value is given, and ab plus bc plus ca you have to find. Now observe it carefully. If I take 2 common from these 3, definitely in bracket I will get this, isn't it? So here at the place of a square plus b square plus c square, I am going to put the value of it, that is 20, and over here I am going to take 2 common. When I take 2 common, here I get AB plus BC plus CA is equal to 0. Now we can say it's a simple, we can say it's a linear expression. However, this is not the linear, but simply we can say one quantity is given, one quantity we have to find. Okay, so for that simply we have to apply the properties of transposition. That means we have to take the terms on that side. So twice of AB plus BC CA is equal to 0 minus 20, that is minus 20. Therefore AB plus BC plus CA minus 20 upon 2, that is minus 10. So this is our final answer. So here one thing more you should know, it is not necessary that you have the values of A, B and C separately to obtain the required expression. Just you have to concentrate on this identity, and you should understand there are 3 parts of the identity. First is a plus b plus c, second is a square plus b square plus c square, and third is ab plus bc plus ca. So among these three parts, two will be given to you, third they will ask. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. Note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now next question. Okay, same example, its second part. Here a plus b plus c is given. Okay, we'll see all three parts of this so that you'll get an idea that what is the different variety of the question is this over here based on this single identity. So here I will see the second one. Okay, so that is over here a plus b plus c is given 9 and ab plus bc plus ca is given. If a plus b plus c is equal to 9, ab plus bc plus ca is given 40. Okay, then you have to find the value of a square plus b square plus c square. Okay, as I told you right now that do not consider that as three singletons ABC. Better to consider that this is the first part, second part and third part. So here this third part you have to obtain. Okay, first two are given. So we have to start with the identity a plus b plus c whole square only. Okay, so a plus b plus c is equal to 9. It is almost similar to that. Over a plus b plus c was equal to 0, and instead of ab plus bc plus ca, this was given to you. Okay, the only change in this question. So next definitely we are going to make it square. Only then it is possible to introduce the remaining parts of the identity. Okay, so now when I square it, a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca is equal to 81. Now again over here a square plus b square plus c square we have to obtain. Over there it was asked ab plus bc plus c. Here ab plus bc plus ca is given. So again if you observe ab plus bc plus ca is not given directly, but after taking 2 common we will get that exact expression over here. So here I do write this a square plus b square plus c square as it is. Here I will take 2 common. So ab plus bc plus ca is equal to 81. Now a square plus b square plus c square, that I have to obtain, so I will keep it as it is. Twice of ab plus bc plus ca, that is 40, is equal to 81. So this will become a square plus b square plus c square plus 80 is equal to 81. So ultimately here I do get a square plus b square plus c square is equal to 81 minus 80. So final answer, that is a square plus b square plus c square is equal to 1. Okay, this was asked to find a square plus b square plus c square, that is equal to 1. So please note it down, then we will see the next question. Okay, now we'll see next question, third part of this. Okay, third one is a square plus b square plus c square is equal to 250 if a square plus b square plus c square is equal to 250, ab plus bc plus ca is equal to 3, then find the value of a plus b plus c. Okay, so again the same thing, two parts of that identity are given, third they are asking. So we will start with a plus b plus c whole square. Okay, this time this value is not given, so we will start with the identity directly, that is a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. Okay, so it's, we can say, little bit easier. Simply we have to put the values. A square plus b square plus c square is 250, plus if I take 2 common, then I will get this ab plus bc plus ca, whose value is given equal to 3. So this will become a plus b plus c whole square is equal to 250 plus 2 into 3, that is a plus b plus c whole square is equal to 250 plus 6. So a plus b plus c whole square is equal to 256. Okay, so a plus b plus c will be square root of 256, that is 16. So plus minus 16 will be our answer. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. Now note it down, then we will see the next question. Okay, now next we will see question number 3, example 3, page number 116. Page number 116, example number 3. Okay, it's very basic question. In this there are 4 parts. We'll see one or two of them. So I'll start from the third one. Okay, first two you have to do by your own. The third, second part. Third, it's second part. Question is expand. That means simply we can say you have to apply the identity. What you have to expand? Minus x minus 2y plus z. Okay, minus x minus 2y plus z whole square. That you have to expand. So it is very easy. Simply you have to apply the identity of a plus b plus c whole square by keeping this thing in your mind that first two terms are negative. So let us see. This is minus x minus 2y plus z whole square. So if I apply the identity of a plus b plus c whole square, so that is says a square of first, that is this a square plus b square plus c square. Okay, here it is z. Then plus 2ab, that is 2 into a, that is minus x into b, that is minus 2y, plus 2bc, that is 2b is minus 2y and c is z, plus 2ca, that is z into minus x. Simply I kept the values in the identity of a plus b plus c whole square, that is a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. Now just I will simplify them to get my final answer. So this will become x square, this will become 4y square, this is z square. Over here minus minus, so it will become plus. Ultimately 2 to the 4xy. Okay, 4xy. Then again 2 to the 4, but minus sign, because positive, negative, positive. So ultimately it will become negative. So 4y z, and over here minus 2zx, minus 2zx. Okay, so first one is positive and the remaining two are this one and that one are negative. So this is our final answer. It's not that much difficult, simply you have to apply the identity. Okay, now we'll see one more in this and then I will give you time to note it down. Fourth one also we will see. It's fourth one, expand in fourth one, that is 1 upon 4a. Okay, 1 upon 4a plus 1 upon 2b plus 1 whole square. Okay, again a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2c. So a square, see this is actually I can write a upon 4, okay, plus b upon 2 plus 1 whole square, isn't it? A upon 4, b upon 2 plus 1. So now a square, that is a upon 4 whole square plus b square, that is b upon 2 whole square plus c square, that is 1 square. But this was not required to write, but as I am applying the identity, that's why I am writing in this manner. Then plus 2 into a into b plus 2 into b into c plus 2 into c into a. Okay, just I kept the values according to the identity. A square, that is square of first, plus b square, that is square of second, plus c square, that is square of third. Then 2ab, that is 2 into product of first two, a by 4, b by 2. Then plus 2 into product of next two, bc, that is b by 2 into 1. Then 2 into product of remaining, that is the third one and the first one. Now just by simplifying this further, so this will become a square upon 16, isn't it? A square 4 square is 16 plus b square upon 4 plus 1. Now over here you have to check, is it possible to simplify that expression? If it is possible, simplify and then write the whatever is the simplified form. So 2 and 2 we can cancel. So in the numerator we have AB, in the denominator we have 4 plus over here we can cancel 2 and 2, b multiplied by 1 is b plus over here we can cancel 2 and 4. So here I will get 2, so it is a by 2. So a square by 16 plus b square by 4 plus 1 plus ab by 4 plus b plus a by 2. Now in your WRTs generally this is not to be asked that expand this. What they will ask that in the expansion of this, what is the coefficient of a? So here coefficient of a is 1 upon 2. Okay, this a by 2 can be written as a into 1 by 2. So coefficient of a is 1 by 2. Okay, or in the expansion of this, find the sum of coefficient of a square and b square. So coefficient of a square is 1 upon 16. Coefficient of b square is 1 by 4. So you have to find their sum. So this type of question is being asked, not directly that expand this. So I hope this is clear to you. Okay, now note it down, then we'll come to the next question. Okay, so now we'll see one more question. Okay, now we'll come to the next identity. So remaining you have to do for your homework. Okay, so now we'll see some more identities. Okay, so till now we saw 4 identities, that is a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square, a square minus b square, and this a plus b plus c whole square. Now we'll come to the next set of identities. So here very first identity is a plus b whole cube. That is a cube plus b cube plus 3ab multiplied by a plus b. Then next is a minus b whole cube. A cube minus b cube minus 3ab a minus b. Okay, then third one a cube plus b cube. Okay, a cube plus b cube, that is equal to a plus b, a square plus b square minus ab. Now there are two identities of a cube plus b cube. One is this one, a plus b, a square plus b square minus ab. This generally we need during factorization, but there is one more identity. Let us see that a cube plus b cube, that is a plus b whole cube minus 3ab a plus b. Okay, now as we have identity of a cube plus b cube, similarly a cube minus b cube. Okay, a cube minus b cube, a cube minus b cube, that is equal to a minus b, then a square plus b square plus ab, and there is one more identity of a cube minus b cube. Okay, so it's better to name it different. 4, 5 and 6, that is a minus b whole cube plus 3ab a minus b. Okay, a minus b whole cube plus 3ab a minus b. So first of all note it down, then I will explain you that how you can mug it up easily. So but first of all note it down. Okay, now let us see a plus b whole cube. This identity, if you remember, then the second identity we can mug it up with the help of this first one. This is a cube, so we can say this 3 comes over here, a cube plus b cube, that is 3 comes over here, plus b cube plus 3 comes over here, 3ab, then again a plus b itself, a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. Now this you can remember with the help of this. Simply wherever you find b over here, you can put minus sign before that and you will get this identity. See, in the first term b is not there, so I do write it as it is. Over here b is there, so instead of plus I will take minus. Then again b is there, so instead of plus I will take minus. Again b is there, so instead of plus I will take minus. So simply we can say in the identity of a plus b whole cube, wherever b comes, if I interchange the sign just before that, then I will get the identity of a minus b whole cube. Okay, now there is one more way to remember. See this, if you remember this, the first one, a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. So over here at when we have a minus b whole cube, only first one is positive, remaining all are negative. Okay, that is minus b cube minus 3ab a minus b. All remaining sign will be negative. Now a plus b whole cube. Again, if you remember this, it will be easy to get this one. So a cube plus b cube is first a plus b. See here you can remember this thing, that in the identity of a cube plus b cube and a cube minus b cube, only one time minus sign will arrive. Okay, there will be only one negative sign in the identity of a cube plus b cube and in the identity of a cube minus cube. Only one time minus sign will be there, and where it will be there, that you have to understand. See, it is a cube plus b cube, so in the first bracket, as it is plus, we will take plus. Now a square b square are complete squares, so we cannot take negative, so but obvious minus sign will be over here, minus ab. One thing more, do not confuse. See, this is not the a square plus b square minus 2ab, it is only ab, 2 is not there, so this is not a minus b whole square, because 2 is not over here. Now in the similar way, a cube minus b cube, as I told you, only one time minus sign will be there. So as it is a cube minus b cube, so in first bracket I will take a minus b. As one time minus sign is already there, that means remaining terms will be positive, a square plus b square plus ab. This is the one way to remember. Now second thing, if you remember this one, again as I did over here, wherever b is there, alter the sign. Over here it is a plus b, a square plus b square minus ab. Wherever b is there, not b square. Okay, so b is there, so instead of plus I took minus. Okay, this will remain same, this will remain same. In here again b is there, so instead of negative I'll take positive. Simply what you have to do, you have to alter the sign wherever b is there. Okay, so this is one more way to remember this identity. Now we'll come to the identity of a cube plus b cube. The second identity of a cube plus b cube. See, actually I obtained this identity using this one only. Okay, from this identity, if I make this as the subject of formula. Okay, subject of formula, that means if I write this a cube plus b cube with respect to the remaining terms, I do get this, isn't it? I keep this as it is and I take this on another side. So here already I have a plus b whole cube, and when I take this positive 3ab into a plus b over here, this will become minus 3ab a plus b. Is it clear? So a cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b whole cube minus 3ab a plus b. I got it from here only. In the same way, this a cube minus b cube I obtained from this one. Okay, I need to find this. So again I will make this as the subject of formula, and I will take the remaining term on another side. So already I have a minus b whole cube over here. Now if I take minus 3ab a minus b on that side, this will become plus 3ab a minus b. So in that way I will get the identity of a cube minus b cube. See, although I gave you some ways to mug up or remember the identities or the source from where I got those identities, but still I will suggest you that mug up these identities rather than every time finding. Suppose you need this identity and you have that idea that this identity can be obtained from this. So first you have to write this, then you have to make those transposition, and then you will get this. So it will waste your time, it will consume your time. So it's better to mug up these identities in a proper way. So I hope this is clear to you. Now we'll see questions based on these identities. Okay, so very first question, that is example number 6. It's first one, 117, page 117, example 6. It's first one. Okay, question is, if x plus y equal to 12 and xy equal to 27. Okay, if x plus y equal to 12 and xy is equal to 27, then find the value of x cube plus y cube. Then find the value of x cube plus y cube. Now there are two ways to solve this. First we will see how to solve this for subjective part, and then we will see how to solve this for objective. That is for MCQ, true, false, fill in the blanks and all. Okay, x plus y equal to 12, xy equal to 27. So we need to find the value of x cube plus y cube. So very first thing that should come in your mind, that they are asking to find the value of x cube plus y cube. So you must know the identity of x cube plus y cube, that is a cube plus b cube. First do write that identity and then check what you have to do next. So let us see its solution. We have x cube plus y cube. So if I apply the identity of x cube plus y cube, now there are two identities. So which identity we should apply? So let us write first the identity, the very first identity that comes in my mind, that is x plus y into x square plus y square minus xy. Isn't it? A cube plus b cube is a plus b, a square plus b square minus ab. Now another identity that I know is x plus y whole cube minus 3xy x plus y. Now you have to think that which identity is easier to use. Okay. Now suppose I use this identity to obtain the value of this. So what I need x plus y. Okay, that is given. Then what I need x square plus y square, and that is not given to us, isn't it? The value of x square plus y square is not given to us. That is different thing, that it is possible to obtain this, but first we have to obtain this, and then by keeping the values of x plus y, x square plus y square and xy, it is possible to get this value. Okay, xy is 27, it is given. That means if I use this identity, I have to work for this. I have to first find this. Definitely we can do that, but let us consider the second identity. Now, if I want to obtain x cube plus y cube, and if I use this identity, see x plus y I have directly. Definitely you must know the 12 cube in that case. Then xy and x plus y. Yes, so it little bit takes less time, because no extra expression we have to obtain. Directly by putting the value whatever are given, it is possible to get the value of x cube plus y cube. So I will go with the identity of x, this value. So I will start with, so let us remove this. Okay, now I am giving you 1 minute. Think over that how you will find this value, and then I will give you the solution. It's not difficult, simply you have to put the values of x plus y and xy to get the final answer. Okay, so let us see how to find this. X cube plus y cube is equal to x plus y, that is 12. 12 cube minus 3xy. xy is 27 and x plus y is again 12. Simply you have to multiply. Now 12 cube is 1728 minus, over here you have to multiply, so 27. Okay, now I will multiply first 12 into 27, because it's easy to do so. Okay, so 1728 minus, now this will become 972. So final answer, 8 minus 2 is 6, 12 minus 7 is 5, 16 minus 9, 16 minus 9 is 7. Okay, so value of x cube plus y cube is equal to 756. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. Okay, simply I kept the values of x plus y and xy. Now as I told you, I will give you one shortcut method. Now this shortcut method is not necessary that applicable on all of these type of questions, but definitely over here it is applicable. See, I won't say it is shortcut, it is just hit and trial method. Just you have to think about two values whose sum is 12, and then you have to check whether their product is 27 or not. For example, definitely 10 plus 2 is 12, isn't it? But 10 into 2 is not equal to 27. So these are not the correct values of x and y. Now if I take x equal to 9 and y equal to 3, again it is 12, and 9 into 3 is equal to 27. That means this combination becomes correct. So these value of x and y are satisfying this, so we can say definitely, not definitely, but yes, either x equal to 9 or y equal to 9. That means one among x and y will be 9 and another will be 3. So just by putting these values over here, that means x is 9, y is 3, and we have to find x cube plus y cube. So I will do 9 cube plus 3 cube. 9 cube is 729 plus 9. Sorry, 27. 3 cube is 27. 6, 5, 7. You can see the answer is same, but obviously you will get the same answer. Okay, so this we can do sometime. Okay, especially when you have the question in MCQ part, that is, or in fill in the blanks, one liner, in that way. If it is asked in 2 marks, 3 marks, you have to do with this. If you over there, if you apply this method, you won't get the marks. So I hope this is clear to you. Note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now we'll see next question. It's second part you have to do for your homework. Okay, so now we'll see example number 7, page number 118. Okay, its first part. X plus 1 upon x equal to 7. Okay, if x plus 1 upon x equal to 7, then find the value of x cube plus 1 upon x cube. Then find the value of x cube plus 1 upon x cube. Okay, again here we have to find the value of a cube plus b cube. So we'll start with that, a cube plus b cube. Okay, now again whenever we have a cube plus b cube, we have two identities. So let us write the first identity, a plus b. Okay, second is a square plus b square minus ab. That means if I use this identity, again I need to find the value of this expression, that is x square plus 1 upon x square. But if I use the second identity, that is a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. So, but obvious it will take less time because x plus 1 upon x is given directly, as well as here this will cancel out. So, definitely I will go with this. So, x cube plus 1 upon x cube. Okay, so again as I am using this identity, so I will remove this. Now simply I will put the values of x plus 1 upon x, and that's it. Only this is x and x will cancel out. So x plus 1 upon x equal to 7, 7 cube minus 3, because this x and x will cancel out, and again over here I will multiply it by 7. So x cube plus 1 upon x cube is equal to 7 cube is 343 minus 21. So ultimately here my final answer is going to be x cube plus 1 upon x cube is equal to 3 minus 1 is 2, 4 minus 2 is 2, and 3, 322. Okay, so please note it down. guess so. Okay, so till now here we'll discuss again till now whatever identities we done. So I'm giving you the list of all those identities that we discussed till now in this chapter. Okay, first one was a plus b whole square, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Second one was a minus b whole square, that is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Then third one was a plus b, a minus b, that is a square minus b square. Fourth one was a plus b plus c whole square, and over there we saw different variation as well. A square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. Then fifth one was a plus b whole cube, that is a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. Then sixth one was a minus b whole cube, that is a cube minus b cube minus 3ab to a minus b. Okay, then seventh one was a cube plus b cube, that is a plus b, a square plus b square minus ab. Okay, and then eighth one was again a cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b whole cube minus 3ab a plus b. Then ninth one was a cube minus b cube is equal to a minus b whole cube, a cube minus b cube. First one was a minus b, then a square plus b square plus ab, and the last 10th one a cube minus b cube, that is a minus b whole cube plus 3ab a minus b. Okay, so till now we saw all these identities and noted down all of them together. Okay, now to write your homework. Page number 116, 117 and 118. Example 2 to 7. Okay, this you have to do in your homework. Okay, please note down this homework as well. Okay, so that is all about this lecture. Now we'll meet in next lecture. Till then, bye. Thank you.